Another murder by the horrid beast. Nilt on the Peyrak Peyran falls victim to his own
and
cowardice.
loosen your belt. Wanna go fish in the channel?
Snow White, you with the exquisite hair. Snow White, that hair, the scar.
Something you actually want from me? Or are you just gonna go?
I admire, good sir. Admire and desire. Such a threat.
If you're trying to get me to meet with you some evening, afraid...
An evening? Impossible. I shall require the...
Portrait?
Indeed. Yours. En face. Actual size. With... Pose for me. You must.
Don't see why not. Long as it doesn't...
It shan't. Never worry. With but a short distance to journey, a perfect landscape...
Let's go then.
I need only fetch my... We shall meet at noon at the western gate, near the palace.
Can't afford a barber, let alone my wares.
Good folk, have you seen
Take
these
good care of
prices?
yourself.
I must have drunk it crazy. Master Witcher, spare me a wee moment.
Nice tune. What is it?
Got your coin, sir. And a wee gift to thank you for the trust you showed. This blade's the...
Thanks, Cianfanelli. We'll call it even.
One last thing. I'd like to apologize for the whole minging...
Truthfully, only a witcher stands to best the beast.
All in order?
There's a catch. Catch 22.
Sir de Peyrak Peyran writes no more. Son.
Can't believe it. I simply can't.
What can I do? Truthfully, only a witcher
Wars.
stands to best.
Wars everywhere. Those scars. That gaze. I shiver just...
I'm back.
Shh, shh, not so loud. You...
Wake who?
Louisa, her cousin. She's... What's it matter that the spirit is willing when the flesh is... Here, you must take the testes, and Lebioda grant you strength, as I dare say you will need it.
Only I had the coin for the medic.
Lebiota's wheezing lungs.
Best cure for the beast. A witcher.
A return to traditional values. My regards.
How might I be of...
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business.
Oh, I thought it was yum. Oh, I thought it was Oh, I thought it was yum.
A man who dare not down some red is a man whose wives like to thump his head. I liked you from the start. Every Witcher I've known. I stock the larder of the Duchessa herself.
Still waters.
Another murder by the horrid beast. Milton.
Greetings.
Would you craft something for me?
Of course.
Farewell.
Good luck on the path.
And the dangers this represents to the natural. Admittance free of charge.
Down from the Empire.
One,
then
two,
fertilize their
three.
vines with
Ready
it.
or not,
Oh.
here I come.
Beauclerc, her most gracious Duchess, has hired a witcher
that's all.
to get at the...
That witcher's love.
All is in order.
I'm my own master with a bottle in front of me.
Take good care of yourself.
I've always dreamt of traveling to the north.
Oh, that's bad luck.
Yep, got them.
Lepio
Meliodas' luscious lips, it's them! It's real! And look in on us tomorrow for the grand reopening. You shall stroke Reginald at no charge. On the house.
Another two!
Greetings. Is it true? Is winter coming?
That witch is rather handsome.
I shall go.
That Gwent will be the end of me.
The light is
I've lost
inopportune
again.
at the moment. Could you...
I'm here.
Let us go! We should arrive.
Let's go. The things I do for art.
We had best ride there. A work of mine, Turtle Dove O'er the Heath, hangs in the ducal palace.
So does a cockatrice I cut down once. It's stuffed, maybe even with heather.
I once had a cockatrice feather brush. Best thing for laying down tempera. I no longer have it, sadly. My blasted cat swiped it.
Why would a cat want a brush?
To paint with, of course. And it was no common brush. Fantastic, as I said, and fantastically expensive.
Hang on. Got a cat that paints?
Yeah, if you care to call it that. He merely copies the works of his betters, and poorly at that.
Your cat?
Yes, Pierre Auguste Moustachois. It's no surprise you've not heard of him. He's a second-rate hack and a thief. We'll continue on foot. Ladies, gentlemen, my lieges, forgive me for being...
Eugenie, I believe this peasant wants something.
My paints, my brushes.
We've not seen any journeyman's tools, my good man.
There a problem?
Yes, an immense one. I cannot possibly paint without my...
Wouldn't happen. And, nothing.
My word. Would... yes, right.
I think it is life that imitates art, and not vice versa.
Right you are, Fingal. Take Baron de Cordel for one.
Oh yes, that nose. He actually had an age enlarge it after he saw that the Reb Courage play.
And now he's begun courting his cousin.
Greetings.
Spilled paint. Reeks to high heavens of turpentine. Footprints. Clear, but curiously small. Another stain. Could very well be a lead. drops here, too. Neckers? They made off don't look ruined. Painter should still be able to use them. Cave paintings. This here looks a bit like a necker. Big blobs, what? A troll? Neckers depicting their victory over some trolls? That even possible? Necker propaganda? Found your thing.
Splendid. Where were they? And...
Should have kept it all with you, not left it lying around. Followed some paint tracks. Used it to paint a fresco on one of the cave walls.
Impossible. They splashed paint on the wall in a rage. Unimportant. In any case, shall we? While... We have had fantastic luck with the weather. The light is perfect, absolutely perfect.
Painting this masterpiece gonna take long?
A mere 6 hours. The sun won't allow us to work any longer than that. Oh, but the time will fly by. We'll chat, swap tales.
Better yet, let me down a potion. Time will definitely fly by in a state of lethargy. No need to swap tales.
No, no, no. Your expression, your posture, they must be just so. You must look alive, with fire in your gaze. Lethargy is out of the question.
Come on, give it some thought. You could title the painting, A Witcher Lying Senselessly on the Heath.
You jest. A jesting witcher.
This the place?
Yes. Just look at the view. Breathtaking. The perfect background for our masterpiece.
Pretty, I guess.
Now, you must carefully consider in what...
All right. Considering.
All is ready. We may begin. Have you decided on the pose you'd like to adopt?
Maybe I could just stand, sword in hand.
Ah, splendid! The bold warrior, ready to run at the... well, that willow over... Shall I begin? Or would you prefer to adopt?
Let me try something else. How about I be on horseback?
Oh, yes, a horse. I shall paint in the carcass of a slain griffin later. I want to see those hocks extended. May I begin? Or would you rather try a different pose?
Let me try something else. Think I'll lie down. At least that way.
The hero at rest, staring... Though, may I begin?
Let me try something else. Maybe I could...
Ah! The bold... ready to... Shall I begin?
Go ahead.
Now, be so kind as to adopt that look you gave me when I first asked you to work with me. That intense scowl of an angry wild ram about to butt heads. Yes, excellent. Now, hold that. Do not budge.
This gonna take much longer?
Not much at all. We'll run out of daylight soon. Please, keep your head still, in the same position.
Fine, I'll try. I'll also try to remember to never trust a painter.
Griffin!
Yeah, I know. You'll paint one in later.
Gods! A griffin!
Run and hide!
Dearest Mummy! Is it safe?
Yeah, come on out. And no wonder no one ever came here. It was a griffin's...
Oh, that...
Not quite to death. You are alive. Not least because you chose a witcher to sit for you.
It did. But I cannot show. You can see it tomorrow. After midday. Oof. Monstrous
Yeah, that's at it. Carcass conserved.
Splendid. Interesting. But I shall paint it in later, in my atelier. This an excellent illustration. Ah, very well. I almost forgot. And I thank you for saving my life.
Slower. Take it easy. Run, Roach. Come on now. Let's go! Whoa there, Roach. Harpies got their nest here.
Ho, Master Witcher!
You, sir, are a witcher. The very one.
Guilty as charged. And you gotta be someone.
It's like you read my mind. You see, those caves are like cellars the gods.
Just some monster lives in.
A soothsayer. Godspeed.
Might help, might not.
My, we clearly think high. Good. Yes, so be it.
Sure, I'll see to it. For the sizable reward.
Was healthy.
Let me live. So?
Problem solved. Shaelmar that lived in the...
Superb!
Mind showing the... See you later.
I've sweat dripping down my bum furrow.
Come on, Roach.
I've sweat dripping down my bumper.
Think your friend's hand'll make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from...
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the...
Pretty helpful creature.
I try not to overdo it. But they can be so useful. As they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive in time should things go south.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned the last ingredient.
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to...
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw...
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical... To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. And that stands to be very, very
dangerous? Why? I mean, you're...
True. But I should be highly agitated, in a state of fury. You know better than I that fury cannot be controlled. If you've ever seen an enraged vampire, you know very well that all who find themselves nearby will be in...
How will we handle that? I'd rather not have you...
That makes two of us. But worry not. I've thought it through very thoroughly. Details to follow.
All right, so what...
We shall visit Tesha Mudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad.
Tesha Mudna.
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill...
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had... A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Tesha Mudna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorites. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape.
See no reason to dawdle. Tesha...
In a moment. Just one last thing.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sangurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. 1 drop of blood shall smell like a gallon.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt, but you must remain... As things stand, the die is cast. High time we set off for Tesha Mudna. My head's spinning.
And you're starting to scare me.
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
Sure you know it?
I can only hope I do. Please, let's go. The longer we delay, the less control I shall have.
You lead. Scurvers. Must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you. Beyond this wall lies...
An ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of...
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms, a vampire hideout, fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once, Toussaint.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our well into this one opened upon this land and no other. This was the first place we saw.
Human husbandry and care? This for real?
The author observed humans, their behavior, over the many years he spent reading them. Morally suspect though it may be, it's a thorough survey of the topic.
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Yes. A great many beggars have breathed their last here.
Glyphs are carved into the rock. Coated with blood used to be. They mean something?
They're emblems, symbols of, well, what you would call tribes, dispersed throughout the world after the conjunction. My ancestors placed them here to remind us all where we came from.
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the Tedet, those who went east beyond the Blue Mountains.
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garisham. My tribe, and Deadlough's. We both remained in this part of the world.
Seems your kind assembled a peculiar little library.
Indeed.
Though I personally did not lay a hand to it.
Cells? Who for?
Ah, disgraceful. Excruciatingly so, this particular page from my history. I'd rather not summon the demons of the past if it's all right with you.
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garisham. My tribe, and Deadlough's. We both remained in this part of the world.
Whose is this glyph?
Amarun. They ventured beyond the sea.
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the Tedet. Those who went east beyond the Blue Mountains.
Charming place. But what are all those cages for? Mentioned one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished if he were tormented with the... Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain as those humans.
They treated them like livestock.
I'd like to be able to turn back time. Deny it, but alas.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing you...
Well, that was awkward. Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it. Ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread... Place the bait at the tunnel entrances. Monsters will catch its scent more quickly.
When I think how these tunnels got here, send shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
This alone doesn't look like anything special. Three done. One left. Think this'll work?
I certainly hope so. The meat stench is so thick, I'm wagering carries clear to Novigrad.
Bait set. What now?
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I shall be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do. We must hurry. The beasts have caught the scent, also my head. I started spinning.
That the blood?
Someone who's never experienced a vampire's bloodlust does not know the true meaning of thirst.
Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once I utter it?
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow smell the blood. few hours. Scent won't bother you. Get you out of here.
The concoction.
You can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you. Any better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit better, thank you.
Never expected it to be like that.
We need not discuss it.
But we do. Because if I'd known you were going to subject yourself...
What would you have done?
Found Dettlaff some other...
I did not wish you to use any other way.
No, because I thought no being would ever willingly subject itself to that kind of pain. You vampires aren't any different from...
I told you. The pain is my way of paying my debt. The enormous debt I owe Dettlaff. If I had to do it again...
Resonance.
Are you certain you followed the formula? The proportions were exact, the brewing time precise. This is important, Geralt. The slightest deviation could cost even a Witcher dearly.
Relax. Got some experience brewing potion.
Very well. In that case, let's begin.
Excuse me. I shall only take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting. The Count...
Sir, you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Ah, fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Dettlaff? And then Mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh? But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates. Forgive me. What?
Awake at last. You ride like a squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death. What did you see?
Seems Dettlaff had made friends with him. And he was overcome with fury, remorse.
Interesting. And then...
Saw a moment. Delacroix did something selfless. Was kind to Dettlaff.
Why the uncertainty?
Nothing extraordinary about it. Normal, everyday situation, really. Visions were supposed to issue from strong emotions.
Clearly the situation provoked such emotions in Dettlaff.
Killing someone who's grown dear to us, it's bound to elicit strong emotion. Vamp, did you see anything else?
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision. A bootblack stand. Dettlaff first met Delacroix.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the Port District. And the bootblack acted as if...
Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad. Though I would...
It's our only lead.
I shall join you later if it's no trouble.
That's fair. Rest up.